Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate himself, had one of the most successful runs in the WWE. However, towards the end of his career, everything changed. He disappeared from the limelight, leaving his fans wondering what went wrong. The WWE has hidden many facts about his disappearance, from his explicit affair with McMahon to his passionate kiss with Kurt Angle. Sit tight as we explore the deep secrets leading up to the end of this great wrestler. Explicit affair with McMahon. In early 2024, Brock Lesnar, one of WWE's most celebrated and controversial figures, found himself embroiled in a scandal that sent shockwaves through the wrestling industry. According to a report, Lesnar was implicated in a lawsuit involving former WWE chairman Vince McMahon. The lawsuit, which centered around allegations of sex trafficking, claimed that McMahon had shared explicit photographs of a former WWE employee with Lesnar without her consent. This revelation surfaced as part of broader legal troubles surrounding McMahon, who had been previously accused of engaging in misconduct during his tenure as WWE's top executive. While Lesnar's role in the situation wasn't a direct accusation of wrongdoing, his alleged involvement raised questions about his awareness or willingness to participate in such activities. Lesnar, known for fiercely guarding his privacy, has yet to publicly address these allegations. As more details emerge, it remains uncertain how this controversy will impact his legacy in WWE or his future career. While Lesnar has faced adversity throughout his life, this particular scandal has placed him under a different kind of scrutiny, one that strongly challenges his reputation. The fallout from these allegations was swift. WWE reportedly began distancing itself from Lesnar, blacklisting him internally, and removing him from planned promotional material. For a company that had long relied on Lesnar as one of its marquee attractions, this marked a significant shift in its relationship with the Beast incarnate. Yep, you heard that right. Removal from WWE 2K24. In light of these developments, WWE has taken decisive steps to distance itself from the former champion. One of the most notable moves has been the alteration of plans for the highly anticipated WWE 2K24 video game. WWE, hence, made the decision to remove Lesnar from the game's roster entirely, signaling a major shift in the company's approach to handling talent embroiled in controversy. Lesnar, who was expected to feature prominently in the game due to his immense popularity and iconic status, was abruptly excluded from its lineup as the allegations surrounding his involvement in the lawsuit gained traction. The removal simply reflected WWE's intent to protect its public image, and fans who often look forward to playing as their favorite superstars in the 2K series were left surprised by his absence. In addition to his removal from WWE 2K24, Lesnar's merchandise also saw significant price reductions, with the company heavily discounting items associated with him. This move is not uncommon when WWE seeks to distance itself from a star who has become a liability to its brand. By slashing prices, WWE effectively signaled an attempt to clear out remaining stock while subtly minimizing Lesnar's presence in its current lineup of promotional assets. Well, this blow to Lesnar's personality wouldn't come as a shock to many of his old-time followers, right? The Beast has escaped various phases where his integrity is being questioned as regards his desires and drives, if you know what I mean. Lesnar is no stranger to scandals, and this next revelation will remind the oldies and inform the first-timers of the long-time dating nasty situation. Kissing Kurt Angle. In 2003, Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle shared one of the most memorable rivalries in WWE history, a feud that was equal parts intense and entertaining. However, their on-screen animosity masked a deep respect and camaraderie behind the scenes, which occasionally spilled into their performances in surprising ways. A particularly unique yet disturbing moment occurred on an episode of SmackDown that year, leaving fans buzzing for years to come. During a match on the show, Lesnar and Angle, both accomplished athletes and fierce competitors, engaged in a classic wrestling contest. However, things took an unexpected turn when Lesnar extended his hand for a seemingly genuine handshake. Angle, cautious yet intrigued, accepted the gesture. But what followed was far from standard fare. With a sly grin, Lesnar suddenly pulled Angle in and kissed him on the lips, leaving both the crowd and commentators stunned. The moment was as shocking as it was lighthearted, showcasing a concerning situation. How do you even process this? While the kiss could have been interpreted as a calculated attempt to throw Angle off his game, it was rumored to be a glimpse into the clandestine bond the two shared outside the ring. Despite their high-stakes rivalry, which included unforgettable matches like their iconic WrestleMania 19th clash, Lesnar and Angle were known for their mutual respect and willingness to push boundaries for the sake of entertainment entertainment, but the kiss? That scene would likely fall under the broad category of WWE's most extreme scenes. This moment became an enduring example of how professional wrestling often blurs the lines between athletic competition and theatrical storytelling, or an actual BTS relationship between two male performers. It also revealed the chemistry between two of WWE's most celebrated performers, whether romantic or not. You see, WWE has proven quite the point at being the best secret keepers, but this next revelation on Brock Lesnar will leave you in shock. Relationship with Sable. Brock Lesnar, famously reclusive and fiercely protective of his private life, has always preferred to stay out of the public eye when not competing. Living a quiet life on a farm with his wife, Rena Marlette Lesnar, better known as former WWE Women's Champion Sable, Lesnar rarely makes headlines for his personal life. Yeah, you heard that right. The mighty Sable is the wife to the legendary Lesnar, for those asking. Recent photos of the couple backstage at a concert have reignited interest in the couple's off-screen lives. Sable, a prominent figure in the WWF during the late 1990s, rose to fame as one of the most iconic and controversial women in wrestling history. Known for her striking looks, charisma, and boundary-pushing persona, Sable became a household name during the Attitude Era. While Lesnar is often regarded as a larger-than-life powerhouse, the epitome of raw masculinity and athleticism, Sable's relationship with him might seem unexpected to some. Lesnar is known for his reserved, no-nonsense personality, while Sable's time in WWF was defined by boldness, glamour, and an unapologetically attention-grabbing presence. Despite their differences, the couple has been together for nearly 2 decades, raising a family in relative seclusion, away from the wrestling world. Interestingly, Sable has not returned to WWE in any official capacity since her departure, and the reasons remain speculative. Some believe it could stem from her high-profile exit in 1999, when she filed a lawsuit against the company for sexual harassment and unsafe working conditions. Others point to her association with Lesnar, whose selective and business-first approach to wrestling may align with her decision to stay away from the spotlight. Oh well, just so you know, Brock Lesnar has not only managed to keep his business and family affairs off the internet, but he has also mastered the art of keeping his entire life private. Private lifestyle. Brock Lesnar's preference for a quiet and private life is as legendary as his accomplishments in the ring. While many professional wrestlers thrive on fame and visibility, Lesnar has chosen the opposite path, retreating from the public eye and embracing a reclusive lifestyle. Residing on a sprawling farm in the rural expanse of Saskatchewan, Canada, Lesnar has built a life that is worlds away from the bright lights of WWE and UFC. Lesnar's decision to settle in Canada reflects his love for solitude and the outdoors. His farm is said to include vast open land where he can hunt, fish, and enjoy the tranquility of nature, activities he has openly admitted to enjoying more than the chaos of public life. For a man who spent much of his career performing in front of thousands of screaming fans, this retreat offers him the peace and simplicity he values most. This reclusive lifestyle isn't just about escaping the pressures of fame. Lesnar is also fiercely protective of his family, ensuring that his wife, former WWE star Sable, and their children can live far removed from the scrutiny of the public eye. Unlike many celebrities who share every aspect of their lives on social media, Lesnar avoids the platforms entirely. He rarely grants interviews, and when he does, he is often blunt about his disdain for the invasiveness that comes with stardom. Lesnar's life on the farm also serves as a contrast to his on-screen persona. In the ring, he is the dominant, ferocious beast incarnate, but at home he is simply a man who enjoys the quiet rhythms of rural life. By peeling layer upon layer in the revelation of Lesnar's persona, beyond what WWE has made us see, we see a man who only lives by his own standards. What could possibly go wrong for him, right? Well, welcome to this Dark Side episode of The Legend. You are about to be shown more scenarios that don't often make headlines. Doping suspension in UFC. Brock Lesnar's return to the UFC octagon in 2016 was one of the most highly anticipated comebacks in mixed martial arts. Stepping in to fight Mark Hunt at UFC 200, Lesnar showcased the raw power and athleticism that had made him a force to be reckoned with during his initial MMA run. However, the victory was soon overshadowed by controversy when Lesnar tested positive for clomiphene, a banned substance under the UFC's anti-doping policy. Clomiphene, classified as a selective estrogen receptor receptor modulator, SERM, is often used to counteract the side effects of performance-enhancing drugs or as part of hormone therapy. Lesnar tested positive for the substance twice, once during an out-of-competition drug test before the fight and again on the night of the event. Following these revelations, the U.S. anti-doping agency USADA imposed a one-year suspension on Lesnar and fined him $250,000. Additionally, his victory over Hunt was overturned and the fight was officially declared a no contest. The fallout from the doping scandal was significant. Lesnar's reputation, built on his dominance and natural talent, took a major hit. Critics and fans alike questioned the legitimacy of his achievements in both MMA and professional wrestling, while Hunt openly expressed his frustration, accusing both Lesnar and the UFC of compromising the sport's integrity. Lesnar's suspension marked the end of his UFC career, as he chose not to return to the octagon after serving the ban. The incident remains a contentious chapter in Lesnar's legacy, serving as a reminder of the ongoing challenges in combat sports regarding doping and fair competition. For all his accomplishments, the shadow of this controversy continues to linger, complicating an otherwise storied career. However, Lesnar has not only had to face legal troubles in the UFC, even in the WWE, Lesnar has had his fair share of legal controversies. Early legal trouble. In January 2001, Brock Lesnar found himself in the spotlight for reasons unrelated to his career in the ring. While training in WWE's developmental program in Louisville, Kentucky, Lesnar was arrested after police discovered what they believed to be a substantial amount of illegal substances in his possession. This incident quickly made headlines, raising questions about the rising star's future in professional wrestling. At the time, Lesnar was a promising young athlete, already drawing attention for his exceptional physicality and dominance in the squared circle. The arrest, however, cast a shadow over his career as he faced allegations of possessing controlled substances with potential legal consequences. As news of the arrest spread, speculation swirled about the substances involved, as well as their potential impact on Lesnar's reputation and burgeoning career. However, the situation took an unexpected turn when laboratory analysis revealed that the substances in question were not illegal drugs, but legal hormones that Lesnar was reportedly using as supplements. With this revelation, the charges against him were dropped, and the case was closed. This outcome alleviated legal pressure on Lesnar, but the incident served as an early reminder of the scrutiny and challenges that come with being in the public eye, particularly in the high-stakes world of professional sports entertainment. Despite the temporary setback, Lesnar's career was not derailed by the incident. He went on to achieve monumental success in WWE, becoming one of the most recognizable names in the industry. While the 2001 arrest may have briefly marred his early years, it ultimately became a minor footnote in the story of a man who would go on to redefine dominance in both wrestling and mixed martial arts. Meanwhile, Lesnar would only live a normal, crime-free life for a couple of years before trouble catches up with him. This next crime is far from either the WWE or UFC ring. A teaser, the next one is related to one of his many private affairs off-screen: hunting violations. In December 2011, Brock Lesnar found himself facing legal trouble in Alberta, Canada, over a hunting-related infraction. The incident occurred during a hunting trip, where Lesnar was accused of violating wildlife regulations. Canadian authorities charged Lesnar with several hunting infractions, including improper tagging of an animal, a requirement under Alberta's hunting laws to ensure ethical and legal practices. While some of the charges were ultimately dismissed, Lesnar chose to plead guilty to the specific violation of failing to tag a mule deer he had hunted properly. This plea led to a $1,725 fine and a 6-month suspension from hunting in Alberta. In a statement following the court decision, Lesnar acknowledged the situation, expressing a level of accountability for the mistake. The improper tagging charge stemmed from what was likely an oversight during the hunting process, rather than any intentional wrongdoing. Lesnar's legal team also emphasized that the other charges, including allegations of wasting meat, were dropped, clarifying that the incident was not as egregious as some initial reports suggested. For Lesnar, an avid outdoorsman and hunter, the suspension showcased a consequence, restricting him from participating in one of his favorite pastimes in the region for half a year. Despite the fine and suspension, the incident did not tarnish his public image to any major degree. Lesnar remained focused on his career, with his immense popularity and accomplishments in combat sports overshadowing the hunting infraction. See? Good for him. But it's not all for Lesnar. Before he's anything else, an NFL performer, a hunter, he's first a wrestler, and that's the business that got us closer to him. Now, it would seem like some disagreements on his contract with WWE might just cause a scene. Contractual dispute with WWE. Sometime in 2004, after leaving the WWE, Brock Lesnar's post-wrestling career faced a significant roadblock due to a restrictive non-compete clause in his contract. The clause barred him from working with other wrestling promotions or engaging in similar entertainment ventures until 2010, effectively sidelining him from the industry for 6 years. At the time, Lesnar, who had achieved rapid success in WWE, was eager to explore new opportunities, but the non-compete agreement became a major hurdle in his efforts to move forward. Feeling the clause was overly restrictive and hindered his career, Lesnar decided to take legal action. In February 2005, he filed a lawsuit against WWE, arguing that the terms of the agreement were unreasonable and prevented him from earning a livelihood in his chosen field. The legal battle became a drawn-out affair, capturing attention as Lesnar transitioned into other ventures, including an attempt to play professional football with the NFL's Minnesota Vikings. The case finally came to a resolution in 2006 when the two sides reached a settlement. While the exact terms of the agreement were not made public, it allowed Lesnar to pursue other wrestling and entertainment opportunities without being bound by the original terms of the non-compete clause. This victory was crucial for Lesnar, who had ambitions to explore various avenues in combat sports and beyond. However, despite the turbulence, Lesnar's career rebounded spectacularly in subsequent years. He went on to achieve global recognition, not only as a UFC champion, but also as one of WWE's biggest draws upon his eventual return to the company in 2012. Beyond this persona of Lesnar, who faces every challenge heads-on and sees every setback as a chance to press further, who is very much in touch with his soft, out-of-the-ring persona, breaking character on screen. As earlier established, Brock Lesnar is famously known for his intimidating presence, often portrayed as a stoic and ruthless competitor, both in and out of the WWE ring. His persona as the Beast incarnate is rarely compromised, as Lesnar has built his career on being a dominant force who doesn't show emotion or vulnerability. However, in January 2020, fans witnessed a rare moment of levity that broke the myth of Lesnar's unflinching demeanor. During a segment on Monday Night Raw, Lesnar appeared alongside his advocate Paul Heyman for one of their typically intense promos. They were interrupted by WWE veteran R-Truth, who brought his signature comedic flair to the segment. R-Truth hilariously declared his intention to enter the Royal Rumble match, thinking Lesnar's advocate, Paul Heyman, was the one he would need to eliminate. The mix-up and R-Truth's over-the-top delivery led to a moment that even Lesnar couldn't keep a straight face through. As R-Truth continued with his antics, Lesnar visibly broke character, laughing openly in front of the live audience. The uncharacteristic reaction drew cheers and laughter from the crowd, as well as from fans watching at home. For a man known for his no-nonsense, fearsome persona, this unscripted moment was a refreshing glimpse into Lesnar's lighter side. The brief laugh quickly became a memorable highlight, with many noting it as a rare and genuine moment of personality from the usually reserved superstar. Though Lesnar's intimidating persona has defined his WWE career, this moment demonstrated his ability to enjoy the more humorous aspects of sports entertainment. It was a reminder that behind the beastly exterior is a human being who, just like everyone else, can appreciate a good joke. Now, this lighter side to Brock's beastly persona does not simply end in the ring. He reflects it further backstage, where the stage lights have no access to. Backstage persona. With new information coming in from co-stars, one is quick to agree that Brock really is a force to be reckoned with. He brought his intensity to life with a hard-hitting, uncompromising style in the ring and an aura of brooding menace outside of it, leaving most of the talking to his on-screen advocate, Paul Heyman. In recent years, as Lesnar has taken on a more irregular schedule, fans have come to appreciate not only his dominant presence, but the nuanced aspects of his performances. Fellow wrestlers, too, have shed light on the man behind the Beast, often describing him as a consummate professional whose dedication and attention to detail contradict his fearsome exterior. Surprisingly, many also paint a picture of Lesnar as a pleasant presence backstage, a sentiment echoed by one of WWE's current stars, who shared her own unexpected encounter with him. B-Fab, a member of WWE's SmackDown roster, recounted the moment Brock Lesnar defied her expectations when they crossed paths backstage. "Who surprised me? I would honestly say Brock Lesnar," she said when asked. "He surprised me because he's really nice and very soft-spoken, and I was not expecting that. I thought he'd be the kind of guy who'd be like, 'Don't talk to me, don't look at me,' but he was super nice. He came up to me, shook my hand, and said, 'Hey, welcome,' and I was like, whoa, this is awesome." He was really awesome and really cool too. He's a really nice guy. This is enough evidence to show Brock Lesnar was a calm, humble human before becoming a brutal heavyweight wrestler. That being said, this next revelation may shock you, but truly, he's somewhat of a trailblazing individual in the world of WWE, setting standards First unprotected chair shot. In April 2002, during an episode of WWE Raw, a young and rising Brock Lesnar faced a pivotal moment in his early wrestling career when he encountered Jeff Hardy in a heated segment. The exchange resulted in Hardy delivering a brutal, unprotected chair shot directly to Lesnar's head, reportedly the first time Lesnar had been struck this way with a steel chair. The moment was as shocking to the audience as it was impactful for Lesnar, who was still carving out his reputation as a dominant force in WWE. At the time, unprotected chair shots to the head were a relatively common occurrence in wrestling, often used to heighten the drama and intensity of feuds. However, such practices came with significant risks. The chair shot delivered by Hardy during this segment was unrestrained, a display of the raw physicality that defined much of WWE's programming during the early 2000s. For Lesnar, known for his toughness and durability, the incident was an early test of his resilience in the high-stakes world of professional wrestling. In the years since, the wrestling industry has reevaluated the use of unprotected chair shots due to growing awareness of the "there still remains a man" long-term health risk they pose, particularly regarding concussions and chronic traumatic encephalopathy (CTE). WWE officially banned unprotected headshots with chairs as part of its efforts to prioritize performer safety and reduce unnecessary risks. Moments like the Hardy-Lesnar encounter now serve as reminders of an era when the physical toll on wrestlers was often overshadowed by the pursuit of spectacle. It also served as the moment where a wrong culture was abolished, all thanks to Lesnar and Hardy. That chair shot in 2002 remains a notable moment in Lesnar's early career. However, the headshots ban would inadvertently save Lesnar from more future problems, because in 2009 he got struck with a scary health scare. In 2009, Brock Lesnar's meteoric rise in mixed martial arts came to an abrupt halt when he was diagnosed with diverticulitis, a serious and painful digestive disease. The condition occurs when small pockets in the lining of the intestines become inflamed or infected, causing severe abdominal pain, fever, and other debilitating symptoms. For a man who had built his career on sheer physical dominance, this health scare was a life-altering moment. Lesnar's battle with diverticulitis first became public when he was forced to withdraw from a scheduled UFC title defense against Shane Carwin. The severity of his condition led to emergency surgery to remove a section of his colon, a procedure that required months of recovery. In interviews following the surgery, Lesnar described how the illness had impacted him, revealing that the disease had gone undiagnosed for some time and left him unable to train or compete at his usual intensity. At one point, the condition became so dire that Lesnar admitted he feared for his life. The diagnosis and subsequent surgery marked a turning point in Lesnar's career. While he made a remarkable return to the octagon in 2010 and even regained his footing as a top contender, the lingering effects of diverticulitis continued to impact his performance. Lesnar's physical explosiveness and stamina, hallmarks of his fighting style, were noticeably diminished, and his career in MMA ultimately ended in 2011 following a loss to Alistair Overeem. Despite the setbacks, he transitioned back to professional wrestling, where he has continued to thrive as one of WWE's most celebrated stars. Lesnar has proven to not be defined by any limitations, but in fact break barriers set in place to contain him, and his versatility. You've been told about his WWE era and UFC days, but do you know Brock Lesnar also fits into the category of footballers? The next section is going to usher you into details of his NFL days. NFL stint. In 2004, after stepping away from WE at the height of his wrestling career, Brock Lesnar made an unexpected decision to pursue a new challenge: professional football. Despite not playing football since his high school days, Lesnar set his sights on the NFL, determined to prove his athleticism and adaptability on a completely different stage. His ambition led him to try out for the Minnesota Vikings, where he aimed to secure a spot on their roster as a defensive tackle. Lesnar's journey to the NFL was anything but ordinary. Known for his incredible strength and raw athletic ability, he impressed many during the Vikings training camp with his work ethic and physicality. Reports from the time indicate that Lesnar wasn't just there for publicity, he was committed to earning his place. "This is no load of bull. It's no WWE stunt," Lesnar once said, underscoring his genuine desire to make it in football. Despite his dedication, the odds were stacked against him. Lesnar was competing against players who had years of collegiate and professional experience, and his time away from the sport proved to be a significant disadvantage. During his time with the team, he even suited up for a few preseason games wearing the number 69 jersey. However, the Vikings ultimately cut Lesnar before the start of the regular season. Though his NFL career was brief, Lesnar's foray into football demonstrated his willingness to step out of his comfort zone and test his limits. He later returned to WWE, but his stint with the Vikings remains evidence of his drive to pursue his passions, no matter how unconventional. Moving on, Lesnar's raw strength and dominance, regardless of the situation, can be traced back to his early years in college, where he was being prepped to take charge in the ring. College wrestling dominance. Before Brock Lesnar became a household name in professional wrestling and mixed martial arts, he made a name for himself as one of the most dominant amateur wrestlers in the country. Competing at the collegiate level, Lesnar showcased an unparalleled mix of strength, agility, and determination, culminating in his victory at the NCAA Division I Heavyweight Wrestling Championship in 2000. Lesnar competed for the University of Minnesota, where he quickly established himself as a force to be reckoned with. His imposing size and relentless work ethic made him a standout athlete, and he consistently outperformed some of the best amateur wrestlers in the country. During his time with the Golden Gophers, Lesnar amassed an incredible 106-5 record in his collegiate wrestling career, including earning All-American honors twice. His crowning achievement came in 2000 when he won the NCAA Division I heavyweight title, defeating Iowa's Wes Hand in the championship match. This victory solidified Lesnar's reputation as one of the premier amateur wrestlers of his era and showcased his ability to thrive under pressure. The win wasn't just a testament to Lesnar's physical gifts, but also to his mental toughness and strategic approach on the mat. Regardless of how much Brock Lesnar has had to put in his professional career, he has equally invested so much in all he loves to do behind the scenes, away from the ring and the public. So beyond the wrestling glam, Brock Lesnar is also a business owner with quite a number of thriving businesses. Let's get right into the last revelation as far as this video is concerned: business ventures. Beyond his illustrious career in professional wrestling and mixed martial arts, Brock Lesnar has also dabbled in business ventures, media appearances, and product endorsements. However, unlike many athletes who actively pursue a variety of sponsorship deals and media opportunities, Lesnar is known for being highly selective about the projects he takes on. This approach reflects his private nature and preference for maintaining control over his public image. Lesnar's business ventures and endorsements tend to align with his rugged, no-nonsense persona. For example, he has endorsed brands that resonate with his lifestyle and interests, such as hunting and outdoor gear, rather than pursuing deals that might appear out of step with his character. One notable partnership was with the clothing and equipment company Jimmy John's, whose logo was prominently displayed on Lesnar's shorts during his UFC career. This sponsorship was in line with his brand as a straightforward and tough competitor. In addition to endorsements, Brock Lesnar has ventured into the business world with his own line of beef jerky called Bearded Butcher Brock Lesnar Beef. This endeavor reflects his passion for hunting, turning it into a profitable venture. Lesnar has occasionally ventured into the media world, though he rarely seeks the limelight. He appeared in the video game WWE SmackDown: Here Comes the Pain, which is still fondly remembered by fans and has been featured in other WWE-related games over the years. What sets Lesnar apart is his deliberate and cautious approach to business opportunities. Thank you for sticking with us till the end of this journey. For more narratives like this, click the next card on the display. Until another time.